that prisoners in this region are being kept behind bars despite having served their sentences. One prisoner in Norwich went on hunger strike. He was told he couldn't be released because the authorities didn't have his birth certificate. Our chief reporter Kim Riley is in our newsroom. Kim.
Stuart, we're talking here about foreign nationals facing deportation. Victor Foster knew that when he finished his sentence for drugs offences, last August the 3rd, incidentally, he'd be sent back to Jamaica. Not so. He went on a hunger strike before Christmas because he was told he'd have to stay in prison until they found this birth certificate. Raymond Bewry of the prison's independent monitoring board set about cutting through the red tape. And within a week, the birth certificate had arrived. Mr. Bewry had found Foster in a terrible state.
Well, when I saw him, he just arrived from healthcare, just been on a 3-week hunger strike, and he was extremely depressed and stressed out. So I felt personally responsible for this plight.
How easy was it to get hold of that birth certificate?
That was extremely easy. I think a couple of phone calls did the job. I phoned my brother, who then contacted the registrar office, and then he paid £18 and got 2 certified copies.
If you could do that, why couldn't the authorities?
Good question. You might want to ask them.
This is magistrate and board member Tricia Phillips. She told us there were 21 foreign nationals in Norwich, cases that they were concerned about, and she reckoned about 10 of them are in a very similar situation to Foster's, inhumane and having a big impact on prison overcrowding. Now, the Home Office tells us this: early removal of foreign national prisoners remains our priority. By this spring, consideration of all deportation for foreign nationals will begin 6 months before the end of their sentence. A lot of people think they should have done that already. Last week we asked for your comments on the reopening of the condemned A wing at Norwich Jail. All to ease overcrowding. Trevor Sims from Felixstowe says we should reduce all prison accommodation to the standard of A-wing. That way criminals might just think twice about reoffending. Pat of Milton emailed, why do they imprison pensioners for non-payment of council tax? Are they so dangerous? And Catherine Borg from Suffolk says the government should have taken notice of the views of Jeffrey Archer after, as she put it, his unnecessary spell in prison. He pointed out the folly of putting the wrong category of prisoner in hardcore prisons. Thanks for all your comments. Back to you, Stuart.
Kim, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much for your comments and for your stories. We always want to hear from you. This is how you get in touch. You can email to look.east@bbc.co.uk, or you can call us on 08457 630 630.